Hiya, I've got an album for you today that you probably never heard of. I'd never heard of it, but we're going to have a little listen to it. Well, I've had a listen to it, but I'm going to tell you a little bit about it and then you can go and listen to it if you want to. So a couple of weeks ago I put on Twitter, I think I had like 1,000 followers or something. So I said, what shall I review next? You know, I got a few replies. Somebody wanted the Led Zeppelin album, so I did that. And somebody else in America said that I should do an album by these guys called Bay Faction, who I'd never heard of, and then the record label. It's quite a small record label by the looks of it. I looked at their website, very small in fact, just a couple of acts signed, called Counterintuitive. They tweeted me and said, "Well, we'll send you a copy if you want to do a review." So, being in the UK, I paid postage. You know, it's only fair, and so they sent me it. So here it is. This arrived in the week, and yeah, I've had a listen to it a couple of times. I need to get it onto a CD and listen to it in my car a little bit, but it's yeah. So it was recorded in, I think it was released in September or October, and I think they only pressed some like 200 or 500, or I think 500 overall. You know, some on white, some on black. So yeah, there was a little sticker in there as well. I like stickers. Sticker. So there it is. So we've got the two naked ladies on the front. Well, mostly naked, with blurry faces. Probably best because they're now on the internet. And on the back, it's just a continuation of that scene. No, it's a different picture. So it's some kind of reed rushes. So this band are from, I think it's from Boston. And there are three-piece. So there's guitar, bass, drums. I think the guitarist is the singer. And so yeah, I was really happy to get it actually. Really happy to listen to some music that I'd never ever heard before. So in the pack, we've got a lyric sheet printed on a single side of nice shiny paper with lots and lots of lyrics. You can see them all there. I've had a read through some of them whilst I've been playing it, and at the bottom there we've got the band information. So yeah, cool. That's just one side. I'll probably have a listen through again at some point very soon and maybe try and read through. And then I've got my record here. It's not a really heavy one. Again, don't really care. If it sounds nice, not bothered about the weight. And I think this is a white. It is a white one. So there's the label first of all. There you go. So it's kind of it's homemade. It's very homemade. It's an independent label, but that doesn't bother me at all. You know, music's music. And I'm really glad actually that I bought it. Even if, you know, I do quite like it. But even if I didn't, I'd still have been happy because, you know, the amount of rubbish in the charts these days, it's important to support new music that's coming through. So the record itself is kind of a creamy white coloured, more white than cream I'd say. You can see like that, and you can see that there's some imperfections in there. There's a black smudge there, and on this side we've got more smudgy. I don't know, if this is just a small run, I think it was 250 white and 250 black ones they did, then, you know, there could have been some residue from a black pressing they were doing in the tub before they melted the wax. I don't know. It doesn't make any difference whatsoever to the sound. It's just in the mixture of the pellets of when they melt it down to create the actual vinyl. Well, it's already vinyl, but when they to create the discs. So yeah, it gives it a little bit of character. Watch it go round if you want one. Okay, so what about the band? So they are very stripped down. They don't use a lot of effects and stuff like that. Oh, I caught it. It's all right. So they're very clean. Guitars are very clean. I don't think there's much, you know, overdubbing in the guitar tracks. The guitarist uses a lot of riffs that kind of are very pentatonic, so they use kind of 5-note scales, and he does repeat some of them in some of the tracks. I'm hearing similar riffs come back. That's not a problem, you know. He uses them in different ways, and, you know, chords underneath are different. The drummer's great actually. The last track is it's called Jasper Wildlife Association. Nice. Breaks into this kind of almost a bit dubby, a little bit, you know, kind of fall to the floor with double time hi-hats. I think it was that track, I can't remember now. Very much the Police drummer, what's his name? Stuart Copeland. It very much breaks into a little bit of a policey kind of thing. As a band, they remind me a little bit of, before they were signed and got a bit rubbish, Two Door Cinema Club. So you've got a bit of a, that really infectious guitar riff at the start, then the groove. It's very deadpan vocal delivery. Lyrics are quite interesting. You should have a read of them. I'll post a link to the website. There is a site. I think they basically they'll put it out for people to download for free. I think. I might be wrong, and please let me know, counterintuitive, if that's wrong. I'm sorry, but I'll post a link down below, at least, to their website, so you can have a look and a listen and make your own minds up. I really like it. I'm going to put it on. I'm going to play it again a number of times, and it's one of those that I'll play loads and loads, and then I'll forget about it for a couple of months until I randomly stumble on it in my record rack again, and then I get the double pleasure of playing it again. So that's that. So that's Bay Faction, and I think it's just called Bay Faction. There's no album title. So yeah, go support new music. At least follow a link and have a listen. Subscribe, yada yada. Fantastic. Bonza. See ya. Ciao.